Hello everyone and welcome back to another Terraria tutorial, and today I'm going to be talking about how you can easily beat the wall of flesh in Terraria 1.4 master mode. And I'm doing this tutorial because I had a lot of trouble with the wall of flesh in my master mode playthrough. It's like we're currently playing in this world, and I just wanted to share this quick trick with you guys so you guys can beat him easily. And if you enjoy this video and this type of content, then make sure to subscribe and hit the like button. And yeah, let's get started. So if you're watching this video, you probably know that the wall of flesh, if it kills you, it just keeps on moving. It doesn't stop, and you probably know this because you probably died to it, because that's why you're watching this video. So yeah, you want to defeat him, and it's an easy task with this simple mechanic. So the first thing you want to do is basically build a hell bridge. Like, this is 600 blocks and it's pretty short. So what I usually do is I spawn him here and I deal a lot of damage. And by this point he's almost dead. But then I die because in master mode the wall flesh is really fast when it gets low. So at this point you die, and he just keeps on walking all over to the edge of the world right here, and then he despawns. And we can abuse this to our advantage. So at first I was thinking about using pylons and just teleporting straight here, or somewhere a bit closer, maybe even here, just to finish him off because he's low at this point. But then I realized pylons don't work when a boss is in the game. You cannot use pylons while there's a boss alive. So there's a much simpler solution, and my roof isn't symmetrical and I hate myself, but there's a much more simpler solution, which is beds. I could just sleep in a bed and just place a room right above the underground, and just respawn there and kill him. And it's actually a really simple trick, and we can use it just anywhere. So you just need to get a bed, and you can either craft it, but that's a little more complicated, and you can just get it from hell down below. So let's go find a bed. By the way, making a elevator like this or setting a pylon right next to hell is very recommended. Okay, so I actually had a hard time finding a bed in hell. Maybe they removed it, I'm not sure, but I'll just grab the one I got from the dungeon. And you can just grab one from the dungeon too. Let me just replace it with a chair so my NPCs won't hate me. Actually, I don't really need to. Okay, and also I got a guide voodoo while I was down there, so that's pretty nice. But we'll save this bed for later, because right now I want you to gather all the resources you need to actually damage and deal decent damage in general to the wall of flesh. Now, you can do it in any measures, but I found the most effective way is using B-nades. And now 88 isn't enough. I would recommend getting at least 200, because you're going to need to spam them. And not only that, but you'll need to make potions. So mana regeneration is nice, unless you don't really need it, but maybe, possibly. Iron skin is also nice. You need swiftness, and regeneration is also pretty good and important. So using all of this, you can get yourself a decent amount of potions and buffs, and that would help a lot during the battle. Now, to get our B-nades, we need to kill a lot of queen bees, because they drop from her treasure bag, and you can craft them using grenades and wax, which also drops from the queen bee. Now, you can find hives underground, just this one, but these are a lot less effective, honestly. I found them really hard to fight in these closed orders. So you can make an item that is called the Abomination, and with that you can summon the queen bee wherever you like. And it's not that hard to craft either. You need one stinger, 4 hives, I think, no, 4 stingers, 5 hives, 5 honey blocks, and some bottled honey. And to get, like, you know how to get hives, stingers, and bottled honey. Probably you just, you just stand next to a honey pool with honey, with a bottle, and you can just, just empty it. And with that, you can just get a decent amount of bottled honey. But the hard part is honey blocks. Now, to get these, you actually need to combine water and honey. And it's actually, like, it's not that complicated. All you need is to create just a pool like this. It's kind of dark, so I can really show you. But do make a pool like this above a water area, water pool, or something like this, and just start using the liquid duplication glitch. So you have this honey bucket. You just place it here. You can see there's a hole here and a hole here, so it drips over, and you just grab it from here and keep on placing it, and then you'll get a decent amount of honey. Once you have a decent pool of honey, you just need to pour it on the water, and you can see you will get honey blocks. In just a second, there you go, and you can just start mining them, and they will just respawn because of the honey. So yeah, it's kind of like pouring water on lava to get obsidian. So yeah, get a bunch of it and start crafting abominations, because you will need a decent amount of them. I believe you can get around 30 grenades per queen bee, so you don't have to kill a lot of them, but yeah, you better get prepared to kill a decent amount, because otherwise you're going to have trouble dealing damage to the wall of flesh. By the way, I would recommend setting up a small arena with like maybe a hard statue or something like this, because I don't know about you, but I struggle a lot with the queen bee in master mode. So it really helps me a lot just having a decent arena with the nerfs nearby, and yeah, just kill a couple of queen bees and just get a decent amount of bee nades. Yeah, I told you I suck at this fight. By the way, if you do this fight a couple of times, it's a really good source of money in general early game. As you can see, yeah, all the items sell for a decent amount of gold. And you better keep the bee nades and the bee wax, or whatever you want to call it. So yeah, just like that, I almost got a platinum. Oh, and by the way, if you're planning to build a platform where you'll respawn, I really recommend you build it with either one of the planters. I use Munglos, just greediest, but they're really cheap to get a decent amount of, and like unlike platforms, you can auto place them just like that, you can see. So it's really nice, and yeah, just use them always. Okay, I'm currently going to the place I want to set up the spawn point, and if you're having trouble traversing the underworld, I would really recommend using a bee mount. You should have already gotten one, like, fighting all the bee queens. So yeah, just use it, because it's pretty decent early on, and you can fly forever with it. Okay, once you're at this like decent while away from your initial death area, right here, this is where I usually die. You should go around, like, this is 300 blocks, so around 1,000 blocks. Remember, you take 15 seconds to respawn, and he's really fast at this point of the fight. So yeah, just take a decent amount of just have a decent amount of blocks between the death area and where you respawn, so you won't accidentally respawn behind him. And all you need is a valid house, and just place a bed in there, and you should be able to just sleep in there. So that's pretty nice and pretty convenient, because you don't need much. I use dynasty wood, but you can use anything you want. So yeah, just do this, and you want to go overkill, you can just do a little bit of this and go over the top and place a couple hundred blocks behind you, but like at this point you should be really low, and you can kill him in a couple of hits. So yep, that's basically what you gotta do. And now let's spawn him and see what we can do with this method. Oh, and by the way, you need an anvils to craft the beanades, so let's do this real quick. We have a total of 229 beanades. That should be enough. Oh, and let's test it real quick. If we die, we'll see that we respawn right here above us. 3, 2, 1, and we respawn right back here where we can kill the wall of flesh. Okay, let's do this. Make sure you're at full health and you have no mobs around you, so just clear the area real quick. And let's drink our potions and spawn the wall of, oh god, wall of, just die please real quick. I'm trying to do some here. Let's spawn the wall of flesh. Go away. Now at the beginning of the fight you need to spam, like that's what you gotta do the whole fight. Just spam beanades, and once all the hungers are gone, just keep spamming the bottom eye because it's really easy to reach him. And you know the eyes, they have less protection than the actual mouth, so that's actually a pretty good tip. Just aim for the bottom eye because it's really easy to hit him with the grenades, and it deals extra damage. Don't forget to don't be dumb and walk backwards. Don't get stuck or else you'll die really quick. Okay, and we deal a decent amount of damage, but soon enough you'll see he'll get really fast and we'll probably die. We'll overuse more than half of our beanades, but yeah, it shouldn't be quick. It shouldn't be long before he gets really low. And at this point my platform is about to end, and you can see it deals a lot of damage. So let's keep moving, and yeah, you can see he's really fast. We died, and we have 13 seconds. Let's see. We just gotta wait 8 seconds, and he's really low. So as soon as we respawn, we can just kill him real quick. So let's see, and we respawn here. Let's wait for him. Drink a healing potion, and let's just go towards him. And there he is. Okay. He's coming. Just avoid the lasers, jump above them, and spam grenades until he dies. That was really close, but you can see it really saved us there. And yep, just a really great tip. And don't be dumb like me. You can easily do it without dying. Oh, and we respawn right next to it. Okay. And bam, you're straight up in master and hard mode now. And oh, that's actually attacks. You can turn into an NPC. But yep, there's our treasure bag. There's our Wall of Flesh relic, and yeah, it's really good. But I hope you found this tutorial very useful, because I indeed did, because it was very hard for me to kill him otherwise. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and hit the like button, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.